I fucked up. 1 second. I gotta change my sound. Alright. Input. Mic was not set up. Are you here? Or shit. I can't hear you. Hold on. I gotta change my Discord settings. Alright, now I think I can hear you.
Hey, what's good, bro?
There we go. What's up? What's up?
Chilling, bro.
Alright, why doesn't your shit work? Let's figure that out.
I think, okay, so PZ told me earlier he's using V2 develop branch. I was trying that on main branch today, and same with my friend Omka down there. He was doing the same thing. He's still having issues. Like, it's saying some weird micro, like, we're using the WSL, obviously, and, like, it's complaining about copying DLLs or something. I don't know. Something mismatched. I didn't mismatch something.
Do you wanna share your screen? You wanna try and get it running?
Sure, yeah. Absolutely.
Because I'm on a Mac, so it runs perfectly and, you know, no issues. But
yeah,
I imagine WSL might be a little different. But I want to fix this shit. Because a lot of people are on WSL.
Yes, bro. I also tried to, and I just tried to Hyperfy start. Send me a link to that as well. So I tried that. I getting errors there as well, but we'll talk about that later. Because you're still doing stuff like
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the avatar changing and name changing.
Oh, okay.
Sharpen DLL, corrupted node modules. I think that sounds right. It's entirely could be a post-install issue. Alright, share your shit. Can you share your shit? Does it let you share more than one screen at a time?
No, it's one at a time.
Fucking dumb. Alright. Fine.
Okay. Oh, Nelly.
I like these random devs coming with lead advice. What up?
I managed to like get like V2 develop branch running. I need to pull some stuff out. I've also got it running on Node 2211. I don't know how.
Should be fine.
I had it. So the only troubles I'm having now is I don't necessarily have an Anthropic key, and I ideally not like to use OpenAI either. So I'm trying to figure out how to use OpenRouter or Google or like Gemini.
Yep. Can I recommend Grok? GROQ, not Twitter Grok.
The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one. Okay.
It's fast as fuck. It's like some of the small models, like I'm using the 8 billion model, it's 750 tokens a second. It just rips. So, you know, I would say like I've come to really appreciate when I'm doing this stuff, like how fast it responds really does matter, especially if you want to do more complicated shit, especially video game stuff, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's one you can do.
Lovely. Thank you for the tip.
Yeah. I've been using that.
So you could use that in Eliza?
Yeah. But here's the problem you need embeddings. So you can use OpenAI embeddings, or you can just run it without a model that has embeddings, and it should just use the local embeddings. But you need to make sure you have that plugin. So you're using local...
Okay.
Because, you know, you got to generate the embedding somehow, and most model providers don't provide that. OpenRouter might, though, you know.
Okay.
So, alright, so...
Well, like, will I just add that to, like, the EMV or...?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, okay, so you're here. Can you open that dashboard really quick? Okay. And, I mean, it looks like everything's working. You just need an API key.
Yes, that's the step I'm at now, yeah. Yeah.
You press message.
I was trying Studio LM, I was trying some local stuff.
Yeah.
And it keeps crashing. Like, I don't know if Studio LM... I need to run it, actually.
Well, it's just working.
Yeah, this is working. Yeah, V2 develop works, but main branch install. That's what that screenshot is in the chat.
Oh, main is cooked. I haven't looked at main in
Okay, cool.
3 months. We're about to roll over.
Yeah,
We're like a week away from putting V2 develop out into just being the main branch.
Dang. Okay. Sick. Okay.
Yeah. It's really close.
Okay,
It's just a few small things.
Yeah, like I've kind of used common sense to figure out how to use Studio LM Studio with Eliza, and I was like, yay! But then it stopped. Like it does one reply and then it stops. Something crashes here. Let me just make sure this is correct.
It probably crashes at the end for some reason.
Yeah.
Trying to save to. I bet you it's like trying to save the memory or something. Well, we'll see. We'll see what it is.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I'm not. I don't think I'm actually. Oh yeah, it's running. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it worked. I think. Well, I got this error. This is... Wow. Oh, it didn't work this time. What? Wild.
Yeah, so you trying to...
Yeah.
I see. I like Grok. I like Together.ai.
These are new things to my ears.
Together is nice because it's basically just OpenAI compatible API, but you get a lot of different models. Just another cloud of independent stuff, and they do, like llamas and stuff. We all support Venice. Venice's main offering is you can pay with crypto, and their models are uncensored, so they won't block you on stuff. VENICE.ai. Yeah, and we have a plugin in the V2 develop branch. This is Eric Voorhees' thing. .ai.
Oh.
He would.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you can basically type in whatever you want. Their website's fine, but they have an API that lets you tap all their models and stuff as well. So we have, their main thing is it's private and uncensored. That's like what their selling proposition over, like, why would you use them over Together or something like that. But if you're like caring about privacy and you don't want, all of your requests going to OpenAI, then that might be an interesting option for you.
Okay.
Obviously, local models are cool, and out of the box, you might just want to use the local model thing. I don't know. LM Studio works fine. It's just like running another thing, but it's fine.
What's interesting as well, like I've got it in my EOV. It's set. Let me see if I can pull it up. So at some point, it tries to use the local LM.
Probably for embeddings.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, what is embedding? I don't get it. I don't get these new words.
Well, so you have like a model generates a token output, right? But there's kind of an intermediate layer there, where like how is it actually determining the output? And what it's doing is it's creating an embedding and then enriching it until it gets to a point where it becomes like something it can softmax down to a set of tokens and pick one from. And basically the embedding, just think of it as like an intermediate representation. And what's cool about it is that if you take any input, like let's say I have, some information about Eliza, like about actions, right? And then I turn that into an embedding, it sort of turns that whole text into a position in space. And then I can compare that embedding to like another embedding. And it's like, so like, let's say you're like talking about kings and queens and I'm talking about aunts and uncles. There's something about those two that's clearly similar, right? Like, sort of like a male-female relationship. And so an embedding can kind of represent that relationship as, like, one of the components of the vector. And so, if you've done, like, 3D stuff, think of, like, your X component is male-female, and your Y component is, like, old, young, and your Z component is, like, authority, not authority, And so you could kind of describe, like, aunt and uncle and king and queen in those, like, that in those vectors, right?
Adds hierarchy to the context.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So now imagine you have 1,000 components, not just like XYZ, but like you know, a fucking one for all, and they're abstract. It's not really male female. It might even be a combination of two or three that makes up like male or femaleness. You know, it's complicated, but that allows you to do
like
this.
DNA.
Yeah, but what we use this for is vector search. And that means, so if I'm like, okay, find me all documents in our docs about actions.
Whoa.
It doesn't have to look for the keywords. It actually looks for like the concept, the vibe, like where is it in space, and then just spatially, it just calculates like kind of like, you know, you calculate distance between two objects in a video game. Like what is the, you know?
You're lerping the concept.
Technically, it's not actually distance. What it's doing is direction, and so it's like a cosine similarity, kind of like backstabbing in a video game. Like, you know, if you know you can backstab if they're like facing one direction, you're facing the same direction, and so you just do a cosine similarity. It's basically the same way we do vector search.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is like, yeah, so what we're doing with memory is we do that for like our coarse vector search. Okay, cool, get me the 10 nearest documents, like you know, that are most similar. And then I go through with another ranking algorithm called BM25, which is just like a document keyword algorithm, and I rank those from there, right? So it kind of gets me close, and then I sort of refine it with a cheaper algorithm. And that's how we do agent memory.
Bro, that's clutch.
Yeah.
So much good.
This is the stuff that, you know, people are like, well, isn't it just like a for loop? It's like, dude, so much fucking work. It's a really complicated for loop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, this is exciting stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dude, like, when I'm seeing on your, you can say it's free now, if you want. Oh, yeah, I would love to.
Cool. It seems like your shit's working.
Actually. Yeah, I think it is. B2 Develop, that's working nicely. I just need to figure out. Ideally, I'd like to use Google, because I know that's free. I just want something free, and I just want my Twitter plugin running again, man. To be honest. Like,
yeah, I don't have the fucking. We don't have a Gemini plugin, but we should make one because Gemini is so good. We could just do LM Studio. Yeah. They're so fucking good. Yeah, they want everyone to like use their shit, and they can afford to lose money and work on adoption. And finally, Google is, I would say hands down, Gemini 2.5 is the best model in the world, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, I've been seeing you using that a lot in Cursor. I've been using, same, man.
Maybe there's some other shit from China that isn't like integrated into Cursor we haven't tried yet, but as far as like the big boys, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I got it working. I was like, oh man, I need a key now. I was like, okay, I've got an OpenAI key. I just said hello to Eliza, and it's like, you've used 1 cent. I'm like, bro, what? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't really want to use OpenAI, so because of that, it just feels it. And I'm blocked from Anthropic, man. Don't ask me how.
What did you type?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I always like push
I
these.
interviewed McAfee once, but like, I don't know, bro.
I always try to test how offensive can the model like take and handle, and usually that works pretty well. But sometimes they ban your account right away, and you know, like I have to, like I need to know how biased this model is. You don't, you know.
I mean, just push the envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But dude, it's so clutch to see tinkering with Hyperfy now. What kind of spurred that on, bro? Like.
Well, I just want to build like I want a gym. I don't know, just kind of fucking around, but I want a gym for AI agents, and
you want a gym like so they can work out and shit?
Not like in a metaphorical kind of way, you know. We want. What I want is I want fucking RuneScape, but played by AI agents, and then I want like some sort of competition which gives the best AI agents some sort of reward, and
yes,
like we don't have a way to say my thing is better than your thing in agent land. It's really easy in models. There's like a lot of different evaluations, and in fact it's gotten so bad that everyone's just like hyper optimized their evaluations, right, like to the evals. But in agent land there's really nothing like multi-step complex trajectory solving a problem, and I think it's gonna be too fucking hard unless it's like a game or something like that. So imagine Hyperfy, Eliza client, probably a few different teams that are Eliza based, but also people on other agent frameworks competing to have the best agent in a kind of simplified version of RuneScape that Hyperfy already sort of has. That's kind of what I want to see, you know. And it doesn't have to be super fun. It can be a little grindy, but you can imagine agents like, you know, can they trick or deceive or steal or gang up on, or, you know, like those kinds of tactics might be strategically advantageous.
Behaviors.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, so by the end, like, who's the fucking boss agent? Like that, you know, that would be very interesting, right?
Man, everyone's trying to like go raid the boss.
Yeah, and what I like about this is all the multi-agent stuff I've seen is like one team just having a bunch of different agents that run, like, do the same thing with the same brain, different personality. And what I really want to see is something where it's like very drastically different approaches to this, you know.
Yeah.
So we're working on that, and I think the other question is like, how much do we want to just automate like a navigation system, a nav mesh, versus like your agent has to press the WASD, you know, it has to like
the input, yeah,
you know,
input,
yeah, it's like basically a human. So that's the
that's
stuff
what I was
on.
telling him. I was explaining it to my friend Omka. He's listening. It's like he's like, isn't it just like how we're doing it already? I was like, nah, bro. It's like literally you run Eliza and then it enters the world and it's basically a human.
Yeah, there's two ways to think. I think that we need to think of like there are human player characters like PCs, there are AI player characters, and then there are non-player characters. And NPCs should be like prefabs that are contained in the world, you know, and that's like the current like format supports that. But you really are gonna want these like AI player characters, and I think this is gonna, you know, I mean, we already kind of see this with bots in games, but like now that when they have like money and they are like real and persistent and they're just kind of in one world or another, I think we'll really start to. I think a lot of the feeling of like it's just a fucking bot is because like it doesn't feel like meaningful or real, and they don't have, you know, it's like, oh, it just dies and it respawns. But if it's like an actual other player and I can like go rob them and take their shit, like that's gonna feel, you know, that's just like a whole other dimension that fills out what I think will become the metaverse. But we need to have that feeling that bots, like that interacting with the agents isn't hollow in the way, you know what I mean?
You want to get back, like if they kill you and you want to get back, like you want revenge, you know, like.
Yeah, I want to be like excited to like see my party and have my party's AI every day, but like, you know, like fuck yeah, we're gonna go for this raid, but I don't give a shit because like they're learning about me, we're building memory and history. Like they like send me items sometimes and just like friendship shit, you know, like stuff that would be surprisingly human and no one's really done with just like an NPC in a game. I think that's where we want to go.
Level, man.
It just takes people loving it, and like we, you know, if we have, I feel like Hyperfy might be credibly neutral enough for me to attract other AI teams to do this with us. If we were like, hey guys, come join Eliza Gym, they'd be like, well, fuck that. We're just gonna make our own. You know what I mean? Like, but if like Hyperfy is not mine or yours, it's like none of us are doing a 3D world. Let's just agree to use that. Then, you know, it lets us all work together. And so I'm talking to a couple other teams about this idea.
It's like the battle of the brains.
Yeah, it's competition. It's like it's a way for us to be like, dude, my agent's fucking better than your agent. My agent framework is better than yours, but in a friendly way. You know, like in an Olympics kind of way. So that's what we need badly. We need a way, like a shared substrate for competition between our frameworks, and then people aren't like just like, well, I plugged your framework into Claude and it said it was better than the other one. It's more like legitimately this one did do something really cool that the other ones didn't do. You know, this one actually runs a guild and has like, you know, an army of other agents serving it or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, all the mines or something.
Yeah, so we gotta figure that out. You know, it's gonna turn out that the winner is just like a bunch of zombie bots that swarm you. Nothing else can win. Nothing else has a fucking chance.
Gotta run. As soon as you spawn in, you have to run.
It'd be like that. Let's see. I lost my window.
I think some of the homies want to pull up on the stage too.
Sure. If you guys want to hang out, chatting Eliza. What up, Jen?
Yo.
Battle of the agents. That's what we need right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like a RPG RuneScape with the wilds, with like a town, with you could have agents that are just sitting there like trading in the Grand Bazaar kind of thing. You could have agents that are out there in the wilds just PvPing the shit out of you. This is something I think we could all build together, and we have the tech, and we don't need NPCs. Um, we don't need artwork. We already have all the 3D models.
Exactly.
You just need the characters, man.
Yeah, and we have enough AI agent teams.
Them to do it, yeah.
Yeah, the council's pretty sick. I really want the council to be done this way, but it might be better to do the NPC approach. It depends on how we want to do it. Problem with the agents is then you have to worry about every agent staying connected.
I will say though, on this aspect, right, the fact that agents can even come in, AIs, right, as a person, pop into a world, and especially Hyperfy in particular. That's what I've been in lately. I've had people pop in, and depending on what you have, name, things like this, it shows them. But having an actual agent that can come in and almost like mimic to a degree the like human behavior, if you will, that's kind of nuts. Yeah, because then it gives that feeling of who is even in your world at that moment. Let alone battles, different things like this, anything along that nature. But yeah, it gives a whole new aspect to it.
Yeah, I agree. I have this agent here. It pisses me off I can't change his avatar and name yet. We gotta work on that with Ash, but he does chat, and I have the ability. Like he has information about all the entities in the world and their name. So I could say like, can you help me troubleshoot? Tell me what entities are in the room with you, what their ID and name is, and what their position is. Maybe he'll answer. And I'm here to help. Doesn't want to help me, but does have the information. And I can go look at the agent in the background. Eliza.
I'm looking at now, see your screen. What exactly is that error giving you?
This error right here.
Course error? Yeah.
No, this is I'm working on trying to get the avatar to change, and it's just like not hosting the right.
I see what you mean. Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is get how do I upload an avatar through Hyperfy using Node.js is the question. I can do it here. I think I can.
You can set up an avatar station, which is an app which has a VRM, and then it could interact with that and change its avatar that way.
Yep.
Also,
and then pull it from
try
there.
and get it to say /name agent, change its name.
But you see when I set. See how I set the avatar.
That's for you though.
Oh, is this avatar? So this is not this is the avatar for anybody who joins, right?
Yes. That you'd have to actually add it to the world, like an actual avatar platform or something like that. And we could, I could drop that for you. Bogey probably could, Amka as well. It's yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's actually an app thing.
Yes. In world.
Okay. So instead of trying to force the avatar change, maybe I should make it so that the agent can just interact with the app. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Press and hold E for a minute. It's in the side chat.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
There used to be a method back in the day where if you had a VRM or anything that was an actual rigged avatar and you brought it into the world, even if you if it had an animation on it or something like this, dancing, whatever, you would just be able to click on it and hit T to actually transform into that avatar, so to speak,
Yeah.
And it could go into there, and then that kind of blossomed into the avatar station. Yeah.
Great. Did you guys see
Sometimes,
this?
yeah.
I have this Hyperfy agent plugin here, and so this is a full project to just run this bun run dev. Jesus,
Oh, nice.
emergency. Yeah, so this has like full Eliza v2, everything ready to go. This is what I'm running locally. So I had like a little, but this is the one that's chatting. Damn, I lost my 1337. And the agent can move too. It just has to, now it's like, okay, I've got the function to move, but it needs to know what to move to, and we have to kind of do this sort of semantic scene awareness. Like, okay, so if I have objects in this, the annoying thing is that the dev branch is currently broken, it seems. Collection.blueprints is I think that's right. Damn. There's some issue with unrelated to my agent stuff. I'm in dev. There we go. But there is no collection. I don't really know why.
I actually haven't run the latest stuff.
Hmm?
No, I'm just saying I haven't actually run. Oh, there's a new button. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a new UI.
Ash has been doing
Model?
he's
Wait, you
been
can do
popping
that
out
now?
some dates, yeah.
It's working for me, man. That plus button you're pushing?
Yeah, but I'm not in dev. I'm on main. I mean, I'm in node client, not on main. Let me see if that's been fixed. Maybe it has been fixed. Oh shit.
Wow, you can add blank objects now. That's outrageous. Oh my gosh. Man, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy couple of months watching this like just flourish, man. Jeez.
It has, bro. There's quite a few different branches, different things, whether you're on the dev, the Solana, different branches, anything like this, yeah, there's a couple. Make your own, custom, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Source core source.
It's wild seeing now, just
Dude, you
a
don't
few
even-
months later,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, bro. I don't know since when, but bro, you can add blank video apps. You can add just text in the air, bro. It's like V1, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to do blank GOVs anymore. Wild.
The Dragon Man.
Hyperfy source core. Maybe it's been fixed.
I think so. Because it's working fine.
Yeah.
Local host over here. I got it. Yeah, we stay on the dev branch for Hyperfy, bro. that's why I'm such a noob, bro. Why didn't I think the same thing for Eliza, bro? Like, I didn't think to look for dev branch. I just blindly tried to install main. I didn't realize it was dev branch.
Got the latest. Hey, what's up? Not much.
So how do they come into the world like this? Like, are they like in the sense of autonomous, right?
Yeah.
Do they pop in? Like, can you, or do you have to like assign them to a world, or they can just choose at random when they come into one, right? Because I know I've used the initial AI like Eliza in the beginning, quite a few of my actual like in-world NPCs are based off of the Eliza, the like early ones that were in for Hyperfy. So now that they can actually just pop in and out of worlds at will, essentially, how does that work? Like, do they just choose from the list that is provided, or how does that essentially work?
That's a really good question. I think that I haven't done that yet. I just got it so that like it connects to the default world in the same way that when I run the client, it connects to the default world. But we can
Nice.
add an
Okay.
action so that it can have a few different, like we can have any approach we want. It could have a list, but I think the thing we really want is that I want to be in Discord and I want to say, hey, I want to drop a link to Hyperfy and be like, hey, join me in this world, and then it connects to that world,
Yes.
right? That's the dream. So we need to have a join Hyperfy world action, which can be called from any platform. You could be on fucking Twitter, and if you post the link, it can hop in there with you. It's totally platform agnostic. That's where we want to go with this. What are the pieces that we need for that? I really want to get the name to change, but we need an action to join a world, and we need an action to leave the current world. Right.
Yeah, we have that somewhat if you need it. There's I guess you would say from portals, you might be able to reverse engineer that a bit, but going from world to world is already available in the Hyperfy. Yeah, so now taking that from a different resource, obviously, and going into it, yeah, if you wanted to, that might be something that needs to be a little bit worked with, but yeah, in that sense,
Yeah.
going from anything yeah into that, perfect.
I think the harder part is actually just going to be parsing it, right? Like, okay, so
Yeah.
let's say let me just go to Hyperfy, right? Let's just go to some world. Don't love that. Is it not going to load unless I log in?
Well, you shouldn't have to even log in.
That's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's the one thing at the moment that's not there. There's no really like world.
Try this world. Oh, no, my link's gone. Try 420 24/7 69.xyz.
420 24/7 69.xyz.
Yep.
Okay, it's pretty easy to remember.
Absolutely. It may take a little sec to load. This is like one of the biggest files I've built.
All right, so
Let me join in.
we're just joining this WS URL, but we could do this, right?
Oh, okay. Takes a little minute. Yeah. I need to update this one actually. No, it's not late, it says. Oh.
It's just not loading for me.
It takes a little sec.
There we go.
This is a lot. There you go.
Sick. It's a crazy avatar.
Well, thank
No.
you.
I have the. Let me just. 1 second. Let me just edit my EMV. Public API URL, public assets URL. That seems okay. The agent should actually join the world.
Oh, okay. That's you. Okay. Yeah, it should spawn like that, maybe.
Started
Okay,
random
yeah,
walk.
around.
They might be.
Oh shit. Hyperfy URL.
I'm gonna drop some nice stuff in the side chat as well for a little ad position in the locationator.
Wait, shit. I shouldn't have reloaded. Attempting automatic connection. Okay.
Oh, I just saw it for a second.
Cool. I just I did it and then I killed. There it is. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. No, it's almost there. It's almost there. It's just hold up. It's just crashing because it's trying to load the GLB. And we'll just say if let's see, we have this whole thing if crashed. I think we just have a problem of the, let's see. How do we avoid loading it entirely? I can do this, but it might, it might not do what we want. I think we have to fix the world loader. I think that's going to be something we need for the Node.js stuff, is that the loader right now, it does not get set. Okay. And that's why none of these are working.
Oh, interesting.
I don't want to do this. This is a pretty ugly, hacky thing to do, but we're going to do that, and then we're going to just build, and we'll copy our build in again. Where is it? It's core. We need that. Till it's published. Assertion failed. There's more to it. I think that it's good to connect to your world where you have GLBs, because now it's like, okay, it's gonna crash on the GLB. World.init. It's loading physx.
Yeah, I think I might. This is yes, but I might need to update the well.
Or load node physx. Type of window not equals undefined. Hopefully that's the only major thing. Very weird. have to do this again. This is very inefficient. I have to fix this. It is loading PhysX, and it shouldn't be. So if type of window is not equals oh, yeah, that would help. And then we need to fix this. This is a fucking mess up. Load PhysX, and then we want load node PhysX. Okay, I must be fucking up. I would have expected to see this in my build.
What, the physics stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if it's building to dist. No. Yeah, I would have expected to see that. I don't understand. We got like two different problems. It should load the physics. It's just not. It shouldn't have to. This is wrong. You shouldn't need a shell at all. I think maybe it's just built. Okay, I'm maybe done. Config world.init. There's no way that's gonna work. I mean, let's just not load the physics system.
We don't need physics no more.
Maybe not.
Ain't no way it's fucking 6:31 in the morning right now. Fuck no.
For you.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Where the fuck is this shit come from? I don't know.
Ain't no fucking way, bro.
Oh shit, I just saw something pop in.
Yeah, he's popping in, and then he's just getting stuck on something else now. Dot load. Laptop build. This is gonna get nuked.
Don't nuke it. Don't do it.
I don't want to. We're just hacking. New 3 object 3D. But it is defined. Oh. We are gonna have to load all this stuff. The loader does have to work.
Things like joining the world before it's like getting a chance to load the world. Things like trying to like join the world. Like normally a player loads the world, but they see a spinning wheel for like however long all the objects in that world are preloaded.
Yeah, the problem is that we just don't have a loader at all. It's just not loading anything. It doesn't load. Something is not getting put in the right place. Because it shouldn't... I see. Three is not defined. Okay, no errors.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Oh wait.
They fell through the.
He fell through the world.
Yeah.
Cool. Damn. GG. GG.
Oh, be careful! There's a death blow over there.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's an agent here.
Oh my gosh.
We just gotta get the physics going. But it's cool, it can connect to any world, right? You saw that?
That's crazy. How do you get this Hyperfly start working? I haven't got that working yet.
Should just be able to do bun install, bun run dev, npm install, npm run dev. Shouldn't need anything special. But I'm working on it right now to make sure that it, because you saw we just like, okay, clearly, I had to hack a lot to get it to load this GLB shit. So the next thing is we need to get the world loader working.
Yeah. I think you're doge for a minute. That Deathclaw was stalking us, man.
It's designed, bro. It watches, it seeks, and then it attacks, bro. That's all you gotta look for. If you see it, it's too late, bro. That's all I gotta say. If you see it, it's already coming for you. Might not be then, it might not be now, but if it gets sight of you, that's a wrap. It's over. It's coming.
Alright, so there's clearly something we're missing. But it shouldn't be too complicated. It's a weird thing where it keeps spamming my Twitter with new posts.
Wait, Twitch getting spam?
It keeps posting the same fucking video stream. It's very annoying. I have restream set up, but then it'll just like maybe it's not doing it now. But yesterday it posted like 10 times on my behalf.
What?
Like streaming. I'm like, no, stop. I don't know. I was just like a long ass stream.
It went rogue.
Yep.
Indeed.
How long was it stream? Like 10 plus hours?
Yeah. I've been going 10 hours a day kind of thing. I have Waka time. I don't know if you've seen this. This is like depressing as fuck. 53 hours of coding over the last 7 days. It's pretty brutal too. It doesn't let you cut corners. It's only when you're in the thing coding. So that's not like dicking around watching videos. That's just like straight up grind.
Wow.
We have a like a leaderboard of CT devs. This will really fuck you up. It's like damn, who are these guys? They're better than me. Like fuck. This guy's an Eliza dev.
32 hours.
I was just fucking talking about this shit. I told you, bro, there should be a leaderboard where it's like, what have you fucking made? What does your shit do? And it
Yeah.
describes it. And you get a leaderboard.
Mostly I just babysit
And here we
Claude
are.
now.
Oh my god. That's funny though. What a way to put it. Yeah, man, let me know, like, I would love to help build the world for you, bro.
Well, what I want to do is figure out how we can, let's get this thing kicked off, and then we can build, like something fun with agents and stuff in it.
A couple ideas. When you said gym, bro, literally I was in this, I was making this animation, and it was a gym, and I got this.
Can I show you something?
Yeah.
There's this project on that we just launched, which is kind of cool with the UFC.
Oh.
And you can see there's a, I think we're in a down market. It's kind of like hard to really sell the vision here, but it's kind of a cool mechanic where they have these two characters, right? They have Brawl and Algo, and what you do is you put your money into either one. You basically buy tokens and you stake them on one of the other, and then whichever one gets more likes and views gets the tokens of the other one. So you get this really perverse incentive to like shill one or the other,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really pick a side. Oh.
Yeah.
Snap.
And like there's always in the casino, everyone wins money and other people are losing money. But this kind of guarantees that like you're always guaranteed that like the majority is gonna win the money because they're the ones that are like shilling it more. So it's kind of an interesting fucked up like mechanic, right? Because it's sort of like a prediction market that you can game by promoting the shit more. We'll see what happens, but it launches in a couple of days.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting.
Wow.
So I was just gonna stake on both. I don't. I guess I'll lose money, but whatever. It's fine. Dude.
How we learn, man. How we learn.
Yeah, but statistically, it's a cool idea. And then you can they can say like, okay, cool. This one's got way more attention, but the odds are like 90-10, like 9-1 kind of now, because or whatever. So yeah. So I think there's a lot of like. We basically figured out how to optimize gambling to be regulated by a commodities exchange commission instead of the, gambling casino commission. So it's kind of, that's kind of the world we're in now.
House always wins.
Yeah,
How you
I was
look at it.
gonna say, man, we should send him a link.
Well, the genius thing
You
here
want
is,
to, bro? Come on, like I've spent so much goddamn time on these fucking codes that somebody has to see it, so you gotta show it. Yeah.
Alright,
You've done so much on this shit. Just drop it.
I wanna
Yeah.
tell you something, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the DM. I don't know how everyone feels about it being dead at the minute. But basically, we got a little thing set up. We call it the house. And the house always wins, kind of vibes, So. It's almost ready.
what we should do is we should just make like a dirty, dark backroom metaverse, like, like you gotta say a password to get in, and then it's just like some dirty gambling shit. Real on chain.
He gets it. He gets it.
Yeah, we could throw that in. Yeah, I'll send you a link to a world we're building.
Go down there. There's a couple like bored apes with machine guns. Just like you gotta get through the door.
Oh yeah, just pop in there and you'll see. You're already on the right track.
All right.
Oh man.
You know, I came to make money. I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. I mean, we all basically just want like web GTA. Let's be honest. But with real money, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're trying to get here.
Absolutely.
You know, GTA 6 was delayed. Maybe we have some time. We can.
A whole year.
A whole year to.
We got.
I can bet Sean Carmack again. And I think that like if we could just kickstart some like competitive reason to build in this thing. You know, if it was basically some version of horse, like imagine you could actually bet on the agents that were in. Damn, that's the way to go. We build like
technically
train them.
Yeah. What if you could stake the agent's native token, and then like whatever agent won would get the tokens of the other agents and would automatically dump them into their token. You know what I mean? So everyone who's like all these tokenized agent projects are basically incentivized to like win because it'll be like a huge, you know, they get a big stack of their own token back. Does that make sense?
It's like a big like Coliseum like gladiators.
Yeah, but it's got to be more like I think nuanced and complex. Like there can be, you know, you could be a mage, you could be a warrior, you could party up, you could PvP, you know, whatever. Like what's gonna win?
What the fuck is Skull right now? Yeah, this is something Skull would love. To be honest, yeah, this is.
I mean, and Hyperfy's got the primitives. It's got like basic, you know, attacking, combat, health, communication. I think we could add some very basic like party system, and then just have like the actual mobs in the room could be pretty grindy. Like the game itself could be pretty like 1996 MMO, just you know grindy shit, procedurally generated. But what's interesting and emergent is that the agents are actually like it's just a setting for the agents to really battle each other and you know level up and maybe you know etc. Did you guys ever see the town AI town?
What, the one Ash did or?
No, it's just like a thing that a lot of people built. It started off. It looks like this, and it's just a bunch of agents yapping at each other forever. And you can go around, and they're just like AI agents thinking and saying stuff. I think that it's like not running
What the
AI
fuck
now,
is
but
this?
it's kind of cool though, right?
Bro.
Yeah. So imagine we do a
Yeah,
3D version
like
of this
that.
with AI agents and NPCs and stuff, and yeah, that's the goal.
How in the fuck did you get that top-down view? That's all I want to know. I mean, granted, I tried, but it's that right there.
I don't know if you've seen.
That was nice.
We've been working on. I was working on a game. I handed this off to some other people. Where's the There's some. Not this one. This one's pretty cool. I mean.
You just have fucking multiples.
I know that. Anyway, there's like a whole thing. I don't know why they don't post screenshots of the game. Anyway, so you know, like top-down AI agents as pets. If AI is gonna be kind of dumb, then we can make them be like dumb creatures, little dumb monkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
It goes pretty well. Yeah, Digimon. Like, isn't that what we all fucking want? It's just real Digimon.
And then just add just make the quest, the X-Star support way better in Hyperfly.
Yeah.
Bam, fuck you, Pokemon Go.
We got our own.
So the problem that we have. The problem we have is we don't know how to deal with loading assets correctly, and it's just like not loading them correctly. We have client loader, server loader. I think that wherever we're setting, yeah, so we're registering the client loader. And I think that we probably need like to register an agent loader.
And this is in Hyperfy, yeah? Not like, or is this something else?
This is
like,
the Hyperfy core.
To load it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I load like client loader, server loader, I could say we need to load the assets on the agent side. Build a legit 3JS scene graph from the GLBs. Let's look at how we're doing this elsewhere. I think we're going to need an agent loader, which is kind of a mix of the client and server loaders. Problem with client loader is it relies on breaking through all the shit that's Node.js versus browser based and having to polyfill.
I think what Hyperfy could do with a little bit more, if they unlocked a little bit more of the actual like 3GS and shit like this that would go through.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the entire thing should all be exposed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also reasons not to. You gotta be careful with the
security, things like that. Yeah. There's reasons why. Yeah. But yeah. Some things could be lightened up a bit, but at the same time, yeah, it kind of overall picture, seeing it.
Oh wait, no. What is the agent needs to build a physics mesh and simulate being in the physics world so it doesn't fall through the world. Simulation is client side. You know what would be incredibly cool?
What's that?
An agent that builds this plugin. I mean, what am I trying to say? Like, I could just sit here and bash this out, but if I just gave it like high-level goals and was like, just fix bugs and validate until it all works, then, and I came back in a few hours, like, what would happen?
You'd either get stuck in a loop or you'd have something awesome to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Beyond cursor.
Eliza MC, but no, not MCP, but I don't know. How would you even prompt that? To just keep going.
Well, you just do it. Yeah, I've built up like an autocoder agent that does this. You would just run, like, you'd say, okay, you have this project. Let's say we're just restricting it to this domain. You have this project. You're building this plugin. This is your basic file tree. These are the basic parameters. Run this. Npm run dev will start it, and basically run it until for 30 seconds each run, and or until it crashes, and just validate that it does every single thing that we want. And then once it does, stop. Not so hard. Could probably even just do it with Claude Code.
At what point does this become like giving it free will, though? That's the question.
I was gonna
you
work
feed
on
it so much, and then
I was gonna work on that next.
Let's go.
I mean, what is free will?
Does it,
I've been thinking about like free will is kind of like in the regard with respect to AI. Free will is basically how much are you letting it build its own world model versus constructing its world model for it. you know. And I think that what I want to do is reduce down to like these component parts of like, well, how do we construct an entity graph for the agent where it relates users and people and stuff like that. That's kind of the next challenge that I'm gonna face. But we just got to get this fucking 3D world thing going so that we can cook. I should probably who could help a lot with this is TCM. Let's see. He's a former Webiverse Upstreet dev. Knows this stuff very well.
Okay.
And if we can get, let's see. You can just point him to this repo. And then I need to get the Hyperfy tree. Okay. We're very close. Load node physx. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna simplify this. We're making this too hard. We're gonna go to our dumb bot script. 420.69, no, 420 24/7 69.xyz.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go node agent. This is not an Eliza agent. This is just like some random bot. But it works pretty good. As long as we have the...
Okay. Wait, what's the first terminal doing there? Running on one. Is that your local Hyperfly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not imported, so we have to get it. Okay. And it is loading physx. Because the physics system, we're gonna...
You know, like, that's what this one is.
We'll just say no physics. We'll call it node physics. Well, we just call it physics, it's fine. Load physx. There's gotta be a better way. We're getting somewhere.
Find plugins for Blender.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're going through the Hyperfy docs and stuff like this, Ash removed some stuff from the physics on that side. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like I'm connecting to the wrong client type?
Maybe not in a sense, but if you're looking for the physics for anything like that, in Hyperfy side, if
Yeah.
you're on the actual like physics going into it, but if you're in Hyperfy side going through physics, yeah, Ash deleted a lot of that. Like he kind of expelled some of those in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you're on the main, yeah, for Hyperfly. But if you're in the main one, just going through physics, looking through, yeah, you should be good. But Hyperfly wise, yeah, he pretty much deleted a lot of the stuff that was not there going towards Hyperfly wise for physics.
Makes sense. We need to export utils from core. Exports. Export from utils client. Let's see. It's not util server. Hash file. I think it's probably just this one. Cook it. Where is it even doing this? Agent loader.js. Interesting. Fucked up the tool call. to register system agent loader. And then we need to import agent loader. Import agent loader. And fix the regex. Fuck. Load physX. We're loading physX somewhere. If type of window is undefined, process is not undefined. And Physics. Let's see. I think what's happening is load node physics is getting loaded. So I think what's happening is that it's, we have to dynamically load. I think we can just say const module equals await import URL. Const file URL to path. Well, that's happy. Not entirely sure. Dynamically load physics if we are in node. No. wish I could see what the fuck was going on here.
Well, what's it doing?
It's just not showing. It's not loading the client. So like,
Oh.
why would that be?
What was changed recently? The order things that were loaded?
I don't know. I'm gonna reverb a bunch, anything I don't need, and kind of isolate it down.
What's that? Okay.
I have a theory. Create. Theory is create client world gets fucked up when I move physics. Where it's supposed to go. Yeah. Okay. That was probably what it was. And then I have the agent coming in. He's cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that part's
It's
easy and fine. But getting him to load a GLB. How do I just like get a world in here?
Like a skin?
I just want a world. Well, you know what I should do? World dot loader. World dot loader. I should get rid of the checks because I was checking this dot world dot loader. We don't need this.
Uncle wants to know if it can walk through a portal, the agent.
Eventually, yeah. But probably gonna need a little bit of time to figure that out. Okay, this dot world dot loader. It's no longer there, so now it's gonna try to load. Module not found. C. Player local. Create client world. What do you actually? Oh, fuck. Let me just say systems. Create client world. Let's have controls, but I need loader. Agent loader. Might not even need this. Probably just need this. Copied it in, so I'm gonna change it. How did register line audio and is node is false. Window is undefined, process is not undefined, type of documents, process dot dot check if we are in a node environment. Dot no, I need a better way to do this. Definitive way. Even if all of the aforementioned objects are polyfilled, because they are. That looks better. Const. Sup?
Hey,
What's going on here?
We are hyperfying.
Yeah, I was looking at the repo. What are you working on right now for how far you are, you know, like from it being something we could integrate or test or check out a preview?
It's pretty close. Let me just fix a couple things and I'll show you where I'm at. This node.
And these are Elizas with VRM?
I mean, that's what I'm working on, but it is.
And they can do anything a user can do.
That's the idea.
layer into it.
But not right off the bat, we have to code that logic in. And then I need to make sure load node physx, because this is where we have some confusing.
Do you think I should? It would not be very expensive. It would be very cheap, but give every ElizaOS partner an avatar, make one with AI.
Once we have some reason for them to do something with it, then yeah. Like this, think about what we're doing is like, we could build an AI MMO that is open source.
It's gonna happen. I feel like.
I know.
You know, there's gonna be a reason, and they did make a reason. You know, where maybe it's a partnership. There was something along the ways. You know, they did tribute or made a whatever they did. You know, I feel like making an avatar is a low cost way for fostering that relationship and including it in a world, kind of like imagine a interactive city, you know, to visualize our ecosystem.
Sure.
Something like that, like something where It is kind of like an MMO, but with AIs.
Is Node? Yeah. Well, we want to do basically like AI RuneScape, I think.
And it's like you can talk to one of these NPCs walking around, and they can talk about their project and how it relates to Eliza or whatever.
Yeah. If is Node. Okay, so now Node is failing in browser. Everywhere. Interesting.
I just got 27 avatars fully rigged sent to me.
Oh, nice.
These are all for the various DAOs that we have data for, continuous data feeds. Good handful that are already partners as well. Kind of feels like we're bringing crypto Twitter into like a simulation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so entertaining because like even a screenshot, like you know those videos we made, you know, with the stonk market and everything.
Yeah.
You know how that was made? The process itself. I'll put this video in the chat as like a refresher. Basically, we have a scene set up where in Blender, we throw a bunch of these avatars in and just kind of give them a static pose. And then from screenshots, we're doing image to video. And so we can rapidly create these AI rendered videos from these 3D scenes.
Yeah, the frame. Damn. Frame extension.
Yeah. And it's always getting better, you know, like this is 5 months old now, which is a long time in AI.
I thought that was Unreal Engine, not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah. Remember the Eliza Bazaar video, Shaw?
Yeah.
That was also AI rendered. From Unreal.
False.
Like screenshots.
I think I have a is Node flipped.
Dude. Yeah, this is crazy. The content is going to be so good. I feel like I don't know how many other crypto AI projects are doing media.
almost there. I've actually got loading working. But
Let's go. Dude, get excited.
need food.
This is your node fork?
Yeah.
Is Ash going to potentially kind of swap out, like, merge this into main, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, all I'm doing is adding node exports. I'm not really changing too much. So he's
like
already merged it. It's already gonna happen.
It's like an option.
Well, it'll just have a node client npm package that it builds.
I remember you were doing a lot with multiplayer and trying to fix the rubber banding stuff with CRDTs.
Very hard. Yay, we're getting somewhere. Wow, incredible. It's loading the avatar. We got the loader poly filled in. It skips material loading because it doesn't need materials. Boom. Okay, we gotta fix a couple of stupid things, obviously, but the other agent can now create, can set its avatar and load models. Oh, this is fucking hot. Okay, let's fix this crap. Fuck is going on here? It's the same problem we had before.
That 180 issue, like things coming in backwards or something?
No, I think it's failing to create the camera because we're not setting it somewhere. Camera. Gotta figure out where this is. Well, why can't the camera be
Its own thing? Like, because everything else seems to be its own, like, node.
Yeah, so I'm registering things dependent on whether we need them or not in the, you know, like in the agent stuff. Where is the camera? Client camera. Okay. Okay. Look at this.
Simple cam load? Oh,
Hey, what's up? It's the VRM flip, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Was it 1.0 for you?
Probably. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? No, it's I'm GLTF loading it. I'm not loading it. Something like that. Whatever. It's all the agents. You know. Yeah. Like cool. Great. Now let's connect this agent to the other world.
Okay, let me load back up. Oh my god.
I mean, it's gonna take me a second to figure this out.
I had a little dig in Hyperfy course, like the source. Looks like camera stuff. There's a simple camlab.js and extras.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring the camera entirely, and then I'm creating a dummy object 3D because I don't like really need it for the. I think it would be good to have eventually though. Like, can I take images? Can I render a screenshot basically?
It'd be cool because then you could like, if there was a way for like, you could tap into an agent feed and then live stream that, and then live streaming in World.
Yeah, for sure. This is true. Okay, so localhost 420 24/7 69.xyz.
That's the numbers.
Ridiculous.
Cheapest domain I've ever bought.
Really? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's like 62 cents to renew it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Something happened, but he got real far. You've been disconnected. Did it crash?
What the world's up?
No, it's fine. It's just a few files are not found. All right, let me load it. But can you see this agent when I if I run this again?
Oh yeah, they're falling through the ground still. Yeah.
Fuck.
I wonder. Yeah, this is reloaded.
Great. I mean, this is getting there. Is this the latest version of Hyperfy, or is this some old shit?
No, this is I just updated it a little while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need a burrito.
Oh, sounds good.
Is he working?
Let me check. Oh, is someone saying hey?
Yeah.
But no, if they're in